Strap in, because one wedding invite just detonated Hollywood and royal gossip in one headline. Forget your usual red carpet squabbles. This is a cross-continent crown meets pop star explosion. When Taylor Swift, the queen of chart-topping, chaos sent out her nuptial invitations, one glaring absence had everyone blinking. Meghan Markle missing in action. Meanwhile, in all its glittering glory, Princess Kate's name shimmered in gold calligraphy. Let's be real, Meghan hasn't exactly been hibernating since leaving royal life. Netflix hits, Spotify deals, magazine covers, you name it, she's dominating. She was supposed to be untouchable, a titan straddling palace, prestige, and Hollywood. Clout? But influence doesn't care about resumes. Perception just anointed a new reigning queen. Here's the chaos. Meghan's second season was about to drop. Press cycle locked, ready for a globe. Then kaboom. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's engagement explodes online. But the real headline, the guest list, Jeff Bezos. Confirmed, Kim Kardashian and Beyoncé, obviously attending. And then, in a move nobody saw coming, Princess Kate. No maybe, no whisper, she's officially on the roster. Meghan, silence. For anyone tracking this royal pop collision, you know Kate and Meghan aren't exactly BFF baking buddies. Their feud has been simmering for years, but this snub, oh, it stings differently, because unlike palace functions, this is a Hollywood spectacle. Hold onto your crowns. Because this isn't just a partyites Taylor Swift's personal stage for music, fame, and global clout. Being left off the guest list isn't oops, missed a soiree. It's a social ejection, a neon sign screaming louder than any press release, and the internet lit up instantly. Swifties started picking apart every detail. Royal watchers were penning think pieces before dessert was even served. Why Kate? Not Meghan. The answers hit like a mic drop. Taylor Swift isn't just a singer. She's a brand strategist, a cultural architect. Every Instagram, every staged selfie, every lyric meticulously curated. Picking Kate. That wasn't mere preference, it was positioning, a subtle declaration. Kate equals elegance. .com, zero drama. Meghan equals headlines. Controversy, unpredictable. Press storms. Taylor was safeguarding her vibe and drew a crystal clear line in the sand. Sources close to Meghan Markle say she's fuming. And who could blame her? Being passed over for the very person you're constantly compared to. Brutal, especially in the middle of your own media surge. This was supposed to be Meghan's moment, her narrative's climax. Instead, she's off-frame watching someone else waltz into the spotlight that defines Hollywood's elite hierarchy. After a faded podcast and Netflix content that underperformed, Meghan was gunning to reclaim her throne. This wedding's perfect stage. But no, she's sidelined with the whole world as her audience. Of course, her team tried damage control. Murmurs of prior commitments, creative focus, the usual spin, but nobody's buying it. You don't skip Taylor Swift's wedding because of podcast edits, especially when your rival is champagne in hand, front row, living the spotlight. You've been chasing for years. The hush from Meghan Markle's camp only amplified the drama. Every tabloid splash, every viral clip, every reaction video screamed the same brutal fact. She wasn't invited. And that guest list, it just redefined who's relevant. For someone who built a brand on escaping royal chains and claiming Hollywood freedom, this was a bitter dose of reality. Meghan didn't want to be another Duchess. She aimed to be a symbol, a movement, a cultural heavyweight at tables with Oprah, Rihanna, and now Taylor Swift. But reality check. Seats were limited, and Meghan's name never made the cut. Meanwhile, Princess Kate didn't have to fight for a spot. No docuseries, no tell-all, no frantic PR push. She simply existed in the world's gaze. Polished, poised, and elegantly detached from chaos. While Meghan claws at headlines and screams, For attention, Kate's quiet image radiates unspoken power. That contrast, it hit like a sledgehammer this week. Taylor Swift's crew curates moments with surgical precision. This wedding isn't merely love, it's a brand showcase. The guest list reads like a mashup of Fortune 500 execs and Oscar attendees. Every photo will circulate for months, and in each frame, the silent choice echoes loud. Kate, not Meghan. That decision tells a story. Who fits the modern Hollywood fairy tale? And who gets cut from the script? Insiders say Meghan anticipated the snub, reaching out weeks ago through mutual contacts. Hoping for even a nod, maybe? A pre-wedding invite? A private toast? Silence returned. That void, paired with Kate's inclusion, landed like a final judgment. Even Prince Harry isn't immune. Once golden royalty, his star has dimmed. Stepping back's novelty faded, and now, without palace, clout, or Hollywood, Wins his relevance is teetering dangerously. His presence now feels niche, rather than notable, but for Meghan Markle, the sting runs deeper. Her absence, alongside Harry's, from Taylor Swift's event proves this isn't just a personal slight, it's a statement about their fading combined influence. Meghan has always played the long game, betting on outlasting palace chaos to become the modern, relatable global icon. But Hollywood's rules have shifted. Old statements alone don't cut it anymore. It's about timing, subtlety, and choosing the right moments. And right now, she's not the one being chosen. Public rejection like this forces a total strategy. Overhaul visibility alone isn't enough if it doesn't translate into access. You can't steer the narrative if you're not even in the room. At this cultural Super Bowl of the year, Meghan Markle isn't just absent, she's invisible. Rumors are already swirling about her next move. She's never been one to sit quietly while the story turns against her. Insiders whisper about a glossy, tightly scripted media pivot, new project, or a no-holds-barred interview designed to reclaim control. Whatever it is, it's being plotted with surgical precision. She understands the stakes. This was never just a wedding snub. Was a public ranking an unspoken cultural hierarchy dictating who matters? Taylor Swift's guest list wasn't a who's hot guide, it was a verdict on trust, adoration, and narrative fit. Meghan didn't make the cut, and in her world, that signals war. The ripples stretch far beyond the wedding itself. Celebrities are watching, executives are watching, and Hollywood's power currents shift with perception. If the tide favors Kate over Meghan, opportunities, collaborations, and influence inevitably follow the same path. The higher profile the names aligned with Princess Kate, the more Meghan Markle's aura starts to feel radioactive. Not hatred, just fatigue. People don't reject her, they avoid the drama. That's the pivot. Once Meghan was magnetic, a trailblazer, a disruptor, everyone watched. Now, that same energy reads exhausting, not thrilling. When curating a guest list with royals, billionaires, and media moguls, exhausting is toxic. Kate, in contrast, thrives on selective appearances. She speaks rarely, but when she does, it lands. No selfies, no podcasts, yet her image remains untarnished. That restraint, that invisible discipline, is gold in Hollywood right now. World drowning in overshare. Elegance and elusiveness are the ultimate power plays. Meghan could attempt another rebrand, but it won't be simple. Her once loyal audience has grown wary, and her early media tactics now feel stale. Sympathy has limits. It evaporates when sincerity smells strategic. Go loud, she's bitter. Stay quiet, she's defeated. No perfect path remains, only careful damage control. Meanwhile, Kate doesn't move a muscle. Her mere presence at Taylor Swift's wedding does all the talking. A soft-colored gown, a poised smile, and headlines write themselves. That's the power Meghan craves, the kind where silence dominates louder than any tell-all. As the wedding nears and Alistairs finalize their travel, The statement is clear. This isn't just a celebration. This isn't just a wedding, it's a cultural landmark. When cameras flash and photos dominate front pages, Meghan Markle's absence will scream louder than any headline. Every article, every reaction, every side-by-side comparison will spotlight what wasn't there. In the ruthless game of status, relevance isn't defined by who you are, it's defined by who selects you. And when Taylor Swift extended that invite to Princess Kate, the line was etched in gold. Meghan didn't just get passed over, she missed the defining moment. In her world, that gap is everything.